another episode of the Smallville Farmer. On today's episode, it is a gradual process of building the mega deck. I started this project clear back in probably about January, February, March, April. I finally finished this thing, but when you're working little bitty weekend days here and little bitty, sunlight hours there during the winter, you can't really get a whole lot done. But I was able to accomplish the mega deck, and it turned out really good, going from an idea I've had for a couple years. This spot in the backyard doesn't grow any grass. It's always just filled with leaves and muck. It floods all the way through. Hey, man, good to see you. And anyway, I finally put the pen to the paper and called in some help, called in some support, and got this whole deck done. I was not expecting to spend about this much, but it's done, it looks great, and it is a great addition onto the house. So I hope you enjoy this very long video of months and months and months of hard work on the mega deck. I went ahead and got some 2x6s. This is some treated lumber. I got this from Grandpa. So this will be a good base, a good start. Next thing I'm going to do is go to Lowe's and get a whole bunch of, I don't know what you call it, like concrete little triangle base platform things. And then I'm also going to get some brick that I can build a fire pit out of. So anyway, off to Lowe's we go. Okay, so I just got back from Lowe's, and I highly, highly, highly recommend, if you're gonna start any type of outdoor project, make sure that it's kind of in season. Because I had to load all of this stuff up in a cart, push it from the outdoor section outside all the way to the cash registers, check out, and then push it to my truck and unload it. So my legs are dead. But these were those triangle things that I was talking about. The wood, the 2x6s will sit right on here this way and give it a nice sturdy base, especially in the flood zone. These rocks here are for the fire pit, and I don't quite yet know how that's gonna go. I don't have like any special design mapped out, plotted out in my head. I kind of know how it wants to go, but not really. So this is gonna be a work in progress. So now I gotta get all this unloaded and back to the back. Okay, I'm halfway done. Let's do a little price check here. These blocks, got 12 of them, 120 bucks. Treated lumber, 2x6 by 10 foot, $100. And then these right over here, these like little concrete blocks for the fire pit. You guessed it. $100. So far I've got $300 in this thing. I'm halfway done moving all this crap and I'm wore out. Thank goodness that's done. My gosh. Oh, thank God I've been working out too, because not only did I have to go find it, put all this on a cart, take the cart to the truck, load it in the truck, unload it from the truck, and then move it to the backyard. So I'm a little bit wore out. Now I'm gonna just measure it out, get my idea in my head onto the ground, see if it actually is gonna work, get it all lined up, and we'll go from there. Fingers crossed this works, because it's gonna be a nice deck when it's done. So it took a lot of brain power out here, but I've got it kind of laid out how I want it. I got it 14 feet this way, and then it will go from this point kind of diagonal there, which from this point to the hot tub is 20 feet. Stop it, May. Goodness gracious. Is 20 feet. And I think I'm going to put my fire pit somewhere roughly here. I don't know. It's touch and go. It's hit and miss. that's kind of the rough layout on it. I hope it works, but next thing I'm gonna do is get these puppies dug out and get them somewhat level so this thing sits somewhat not cockeyed, but everything slopes that way towards this washout, so got a lot of digging to do. And of course it has to be right by trees. Goodness gracious, that right there took me forever to get the starting block. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, that right there is perfection. That's what I'm talking about. Well, 3 down. Another 10 more to go. I think I'm gonna call it the day. We'll be back at it tomorrow. It's day 2. I am so dadgum sore today. My back is killing me. That's all I got done yesterday, was I got 6 of those things set. I still got a lot more to go. Holy cow. And I can't even have a beer to help my back because I'm on call. Back to the grind. Like a glove, look at that, that gum. So the fire pit hole is dug, and I also dug another hole right here for this footing. Because this is a floodplain right here, and this one just happens to be right in the middle of it, I'm gonna put a concrete base down, just because if it ever rains here again in Kansas, I've seen how bad this floods, and I don't want it to corrode away. I shouldn't say corrode, erode. I don't want it to erode away the dirt and then eventually wash that out. So this is going to be a very tricky one to get set up, but at least it'll have a good solid concrete base. So off to Lowe's to go get more supplies. So finally I got all my platforms set. They're leveled. I've got my fire pit traced, level, good to go. I'm gonna fill that in with concrete, minus that middle circle. I want a place where the water can still kind of, you know, flow down, but it's hard work to do this in the middle of winter with no sunlight and basically no time after work. So the only time I can really work on this sucker is Saturday afternoon. So I'm gonna get some concrete mixed up, get that nice and flat, get that curing, and then the next step will be to get the cross beams in. My little pad is poured. Whew, that took a while. But I'm gonna let this sit up for about an hour or so, because this is actually going to sit down into the concrete about a ½ inch, so that the board runs right on top, right on line with everything else. So yeah, it's coming along. I'm still tired as heck. Maybe I think next time I'll just hire somebody to do this. Anyway, so we're gonna let this set up for an hour, and I'm gonna go get that one set right over there while this is curing. Oh, it got dark on me. Whew. But I went ahead and got that corner set up nice. This one is set up. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 down.
and 2 more to go. The next 2 will go, one will go probably about right here, and then the other one will go about where that's sitting, and then I got to do my fire pit right here. So not too bad for a days and a half work. Anyway, won't be able to work on this till next weekend, so yeah, I'm gonna go sit in the hot tub, soak my wounds. Got my tools in here. All the concrete is set up around those suckers. So now I'm gonna start working on framing this bad boy. Hopefully we get somewhere today. That right there is a good stopping point for today because my batteries are dead. I've got these spaced every foot, minus the outside one that's a bigger gap, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's about 1.5 feet. But anyway, batteries are dead. My nose is cold. I'm ready for something to eat. So we'll be back at it again tomorrow. So I'm gonna put down this gravel because I'm sick and tired of walking in the mud. Ugh. Hopefully that helps with the erosion and keeping my boots from getting stomped thick with mud. So on with the pebbles. Oh, I got my pebbles in. Look at that. No mud, love it. All right, now I'm gonna start framing up from the deck to the actual hot tub. I don't quite know how I'm gonna do that one yet. What? Yeah, that's right, that's right. What? It's about perfect, I'll take it. So framing this is taking a little bit longer than expected because I have to rip every 2x4 to make it level. So this kind of sucks. It's a long, long process, but at least it's coming together, right boys? Looking good. Just think, this summer I'm gonna be sitting right here, cracking a cold one. Right there, I'm gonna have the barbecue grill. Right over there, we'll have the fire going. We'll have the s'mores and all the hot dogs and wieners and everything else. So, whew, it'll be nice. Oh, plus it's right underneath the shade tree. So, just kick back and enjoy the summer. That is it for today because my batteries keep dying. But I did get all this kind of halfway framed up. If any of my subscribers are a DeWalt manufacturer, please send me some 20-volt max lithium ion batteries. That would sure help me get my projects done faster. Anyway, that's it for today. I gotta go cook some dinner, gotta go watch the kids, and then I'll be back at it tomorrow. Woohoo, boys! So, another day, and the deck is slowly coming along. I've been concentrating a lot more time on the fire pit. So what I'm going to do today is take those decorative blocks right over there, start putting them on this foundation, and going from there, boys. Hello? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yep, I'll be right in. Thank you so much. Yep, goodbye. Well, that sucks. Dadgummit. That was work. Dang it. 60 degrees outside in the beginning of February, and I get called into work. Dadgummit. I'll tell you what, when it rains, it pours. So it looks like all we got done today was basically we just put that top row of bricks on there. That was it. So, don't know when I'll be able to work on Mega Deck again, but off to work. Here we are, another day, another dollar, or so they say. But big day going on with the deck. I got my buddy Paul coming over today because I don't know where the heck Roy's at, and we're gonna basically do the entire top of this deck. I went ahead and managed to put all that crap in there and do this and put rock there and do that over there and polyurethane this and polyurethane that. So my good old buddy Paul's coming over and we're gonna get some work done today, boys. This is my buddy Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul.
We met online about 2 weeks ago. I felt sorry for him, so I hired him as a contractor.
Tinder.
Man, look at that new blade.
Yeah,
Man, that's nice.
it's beautiful.
Farther we made it, our batteries died. We gotta let the old batteries recharge and we can keep on trucking. Batteries are recharged. We got some beverages in our bellies. We're hitting it hard, right, Addie?
Yeah.
What do you think so far?
I really like it. Once we talked about the solar system, and
Solar? We're building the deck.
yeah, but we talked about it in school.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, good
And
deal.
Once the deck's built, I don't know.
That's right. It's noon. That's all the further we could make it. Because our batteries, they can't keep up with us. Halfway, I'd say. Huh? Yeah? Yeah?
Halfway.
Halfway.
I want to finish the deck.
We do good work, don't we, Paul?
We do good work.
Get out here, May. Go tear something up. I'm tired. It's nap time.
Yeah.
Daddy, I
Oh, well, it's not too bad. We gotta take a little bit off.
Yeah. Quite a bit. So.
Paul, you did good. It's like you were a contractor or something.
Yeah,
We ran out of wood. That is all the farther we got. It was right there. And what's sad is I even went to Lowe's last night and bought like an extra 15 boards. Oh man. But no, it looks pretty good. Addison, what do you think of the deck so far?
like it.
You like it? Yeah, Paul does dang good work.
You did it all.
But
Yeah, uh-huh.
if you guys want,
This deck is so solid. You can do a hoe down and hoot nanny. Check it out. I'm off to Lowe's to go buy more lumber, and Paul's headed back to his house. So,
See
what
you
do we
later.
say? We say bye, Paul.
Bye, Paul.
Thanks for all the help.
You're welcome.
Good morning. We're back on another episode of This Project is Breaking Me, and I've had to take out a third mortgage to afford it. Got all the tools. Got some more lumber. Paul's gonna be showing up today. He's bringing his tools this time, and hopefully we can knock this sucker out. We have a little bit here to go, and then over here we're gonna build some more wood decoration platform thing around the hot tub. So just waiting on Paul. What the hell? What do you have against DeWalt?
DeWalt sucks.
Oh my god, you're probably a gleaner man too, aren't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Actually not. Flag it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a nice one.
That was a nice one.
Yes, sir. Nice and done, boys. Dang. It's coming together. Are you a contractor for a living?
Why, yes, I am.
I knew it. Man, I don't know about you, but I'm getting cold. You getting cold?
I'm getting cold.
Let's start a fire. Let's see how this works. Come out. A little bit. Look at that. Look at that. Honey, you like that fire? Does that feel good?
Brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Quench your thirst.
The deck is nicely trimmed. We warmed up with our nice little fire and our cold beverages. And now we have moved on to framing in the hot tub, which has turned out to be a challenge.
A little bit more.
It is a heavy, misty rain almost. And guess what? We're still working. We're still working. Yeah, boy. That is
how many batteries I went through today.
exactly, not a whole lot. That is our finished product, everybody. Oh, that looks nice. We did good, Paul.
Thank you.
Now the next thing I'm gonna do is build some seating along this edge here and that edge and this edge right here where I'm standing. But it's quitting time. Paul and I are gonna have a beer. We're gonna sit down here, enjoy this fire, enjoy this nice sunny weather that we're having, obviously. So hopefully next week I can do all this good stuff. Well, that's coming along. Just taking forever. It's so time consuming. They're pretty sturdy, pretty stout once you get them in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down. About another 5 more to go. All of the frames are in. That took forever. My fingers hurt. Well, now my back is gonna hurt because I just pulled landscaping duty. There is step 2 done. Now we'll see what the instructions say for step 3. Look at this high quality lumber right here. Yeah. When you have lumber like that, you have to take extreme measures and use all these clamps and go here and go there and make her look pretty. I'm not gonna tell you exactly where I got this wood from, but it begins with an L and ends with O's. So good job. That right there is all the farther I got today, go figure.
Can I say hi?
And it ran out of wood. 2x6s stopped right there. But yeah, that didn't look half bad. Tomorrow it's supposed to get down to like 28 degrees, so I ain't working on the deck tomorrow. Might have to wait till next weekend, but anyway, there's a start. Another day, another dollar, or another $10,000 based on the mega deck here. It's coming along. The bench seating is almost finished. I still gotta do a little bit more work on the fire pit. I'm gonna build it up just a little bit. But my barbecue grill is mounted and bolted down in place. Next step, what I'm gonna do is on the very back side of this bench, I'm gonna build some beams coming up and then over, and then that will hold a hammock on the backside instead of trying to use some of these trees around here. So I hope that goes well. Both holes are dug. There, boop, and there. Boards are cut. Now I just gotta go get concrete them in. I got those bad boys set. So now what I'll do is I'll take these pieces here, put them here going out this way, and I'll be able to put a hammock right in between there. And hopefully you won't fall down in the hammock. So we'll let those cure for a day or two, then we'll put the cross beams on. Here is the finished product of the hammock. Oh, looks pretty good. You like your hammock?
Yes, I love it.
What do you think about that?
I really like it. I never knew you could put this right here.
You didn't know I was so smart, did you?